Okay, let other people came. Okay, then I'll told you to share your number. They will add you. Okay, on that particular
Okay,
group.
sir.
Okay, because I have referred some book also for
Okay,
analog.
okay, sir. Okay, okay, sir.
If you came to college, then you can bring Chattopadhyay Rakshit for analog electronics. Okay, Chattopadhyay Rakshit.
The electric.
Yeah, for analog electronics, sir. Okay, I just quickly show you the syllabus. Chattopadhyay Rakshit. Okay, so I am sharing my screen now. Okay, to show you the syllabus. Okay, so I hope you can see now. So this is the first module.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so filter and regulator circuits. This is the first module.
Filters.
Okay, things are very easy in this module, not so complicated. Halfway, full wave rectifiers are there, and then ripple factor regulation. All these things you need to calculate, and these are very basic things. If you face difficulties,
Okay.
no issues. Then different type of filters are there. Okay, like pi filter, you can develop the filter using a capacitor and using inductor or using resistors. Okay, by these three passive
Yes, sir.
elements, we really build the filter circuits, and there are few types of filter circuits are there, which is given over here. Okay, I'll give you. I'll give everything
Okay, sir.
on that from that particular book. Okay, you just once go through it, you will find it's very easy.
Okay, sir.
Then there is percentage of regulation. All these things are there, which you have already done. Yeah, Sachin arrived. Welcome, Sachin. Just hold on. I'm
Afternoon, sir.
yeah. Good afternoon. I'm showing him the syllabus. Okay,
Okay,
he
sir. Okay, sir.
new comer. Then we have done with BJT circuits, and then MOSFET. Okay. Uh,
Yes, sir.
now we are in feedback amplifier. Okay. Now we are in feedback amplifier circuit. Yeah, feedback amplifiers. So today we will discuss about the feedback amplifier. Okay. Then we have operational
Yes.
amplifier, and at last we have
Okay, sir.
multi vibrators. Up to this year syllabus is completed. Okay. But we are in
Okay,
feedback
sir.
band now. In fourth module, we have studied about filter circuit, BJT circuit, MOSFET. Now we are in feedback amplifier. Then we will move to oscillator circuit, oscillators, then operational amplifier. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is it. Now let's came to the topic. So, as we have discussed a few things about feedback amplifier circuit in the previous class, so let's start. That we have discussed that feedback amplifiers are mainly two types are there. One is positive feedback, another one is negative
Neg-
feedback. So two type of feedback amplifier. One is positive feedback, another one is negative feedback, and there are four type of topologies are there. Okay. Topologies means how the feedback amplifier will be connected. Feedback amplifier means there will be two blocks will be there. One is for internal amplifier circuit, the main circuit. And along with that, from the output, we will take a connection and we will add a feedback path. And then we will take the output of that feedback path to the input of the whole circuit. Okay. So I'll show you the diagram in a little while. Uh, Let me switch on my another camera where you can see my copy. Okay. Yeah. I hope it's clear now. The echo is there, so that's why I need to switch off one device. Yeah. I hope now it's okay. You can see my copy, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the previous day, whatever we have discussed, we will discuss that topics only in a little detail. Okay. So our topic of discussion is feedback amplifier. AMP means amplifier. Okay. I will try to finish the class so little quick because I need to show principals or so many documents, so I need to go a little bit faster. Okay. So we have seen that there are two types of feedbacks. Feedback is there. One is positive feedback. FB means feedback. Okay. One is positive feedback. Another type of feedback amplifier is negative feedback. So these are the two types of feedback amplifiers. Okay. So there are certain advantage and disadvantage lies for both the cases. That thing we will discuss in detail. So let's see first the positive feedback. Okay. Let's discuss about the positive feedback. What are the advantage are there and what is positive feedback? In positive feedback, the output will be in phase with the input signal. Okay. Let's write the point. You should remember these points. Okay. In positive feedback, the output is in phase with input signal. Okay, that means if the input signal is looks like this, the output signal will be in same phase. It will be look like this only. But if it has phase difference, then it will be looks like otherwise. Okay, but when we are using positive feedback, the output will be in phase with the input signal. That means the shape or the for both the input and output signals will be same. Okay, we'll see in case of negative feedback, the phase of that both the signal will be different. Okay, so here is an you can say it advantage in positive feedback that both the signals are in phase. Okay. Then point number 2, we can say that the input signal and the feedback signal will be added. The input signal, Dhiraj, the input signal and the feedback signal get added. Okay. In case of positive feedback, the input signal and the feedback signal get added. That means the overall input voltage will be increased in case of positive feedback. This thing you should remember. Then point number 3, we can say that the positive feedback is a regenerative feedback. It is a regenerative feedback because the signals are added. That's why it is regenerative. Okay. And its application is why it is widely used. The positive feedback amplifier is widely used in oscillator circuit. In oscillator circuit. Okay. So if we draw the diagram for understanding, this is the internal amplifier circuit. This is basically a two-port network where two terminals are there for input and two terminals for output. And we have a feedback path whose gain is beta. We have already discussed on the previous class. Today also I will tell you. And this is how the feedback is connected. We'll see this connection topologies in a little while. So this is the basic diagram of a feedback circuit. Sachin has seen it previous classes, but yeah. So this is a basic diagram of a feedback circuit. Okay, this is an amplifier. And here the voltage is appear over here is VI. And this is feedback voltage. I hope Sachin can remember all these things. What are feedback?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is VI? So there will be a feedback voltage. So overall input voltage will be increased in case of positive feedback because this voltage will be added with this voltage. Okay, in case of positive feedback. But in case of negative feedback, this will be subtract. Okay. And we have already told that the phase will be same. That means if a input signal input phase will be like this, the output phase will be also like this because both will be in phase. In phase means there will be no phase difference. Okay. Now let's talk about the negative feedback. Number 2 was negative feedback. And in case of negative feedback, the signals are out of phase. Input signal and output signal are out of phase. That means if a input signal will be look like this, the output signal may be look like this. There will be phase difference, or it may be look like this. That means phase will be difference. Phase will be difference in case of negative feedback. But in case of positive feedback, the phase is same. Then point number 2, we can say that negative feedback, in negative feedback, the input voltage reduce. Here the input voltage and feedback voltage added. But in case of negative voltage, in negative feedback, In negative feedback, input voltage reduces. Okay, the input voltage will be reduced because then here if it is negative feedback, then input voltage will be Vi equal to V in minus Vf in case of negative feedback. Okay, so input voltage reduces and we call it as regenerative in case of positive feedback. In case of negative feedback, we call it as degenerative. Feedback. It's a degenerative feedback because the input voltage reduces, so that's why it is degenerative, and phase is also different. Okay, and its application lies in amplifier circuit. And why it is used in amplifier circuit? Because we all know that the purpose of amplifier circuit is to amplify a signal. That means we will give a signal which will be look like this. This voltage is lower voltage, and we want to amplify this voltage with the help of amplifier. That means the peak value will be increased in case of amplifier circuit. So there may be instability of gain. Okay, in case of amplifier circuit, there may be instability of gain, and to stable the gain, we use this negative feedback because it reduces the input voltage and try to stabilize the overall gain. So this is a big advantage for negative feedback, that it stabilizes the gain. Okay. Now let's move ahead and let's see what will be the gain. We'll calculate the gain. Okay, so let's see first what is the gain of different stages, like gain of feedback amplifier. So this is the topic, gain of feedback amplifier. So without feedback, let's consider first without feedback. So let's consider without feedback. So without feedback, the circuit will be look like, or the block diagram will be look like this. It's an amplifier. AMP means amplifier. Okay, and its gain may be represented as AV. This is a two-port network. This is the output terminal, the load resistance RL, and here it is input V in is the input. So if we want to calculate the gain, say suppose V out, V0 is the output voltage across the load resistance. So here, if we want to calculate the gain, what is gain? Gain, if E is equal to, we know that gain is output voltage by input voltage. So this is basically gain, the output voltage by input voltage. Here you can see the output voltage is V0 and input voltage is V in. So this is the input voltage, V in, and this is the gain without feedback. So if without feedback, the gain will be simply output voltage by input voltage. Okay. Now let's consider with feedback what happened. With feedback, the gain will be different because there will be a feedback path. So let's draw it. This is the amplifier circuit. Its gain is AV. and there will be a feedback path whose gain may be determined as beta. We have calculated the gain for this beta also previous day. So
Hello, sir.
sorry, there is a network issue.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
There is a network issue. Yeah, I hope it's okay now. Okay, so I hope it's visible now. So, in case of positive feedback, plus beta V0 dash, we can write V0. If we take VF will be equal to beta V0. So that's what we have written over here. Either it can be positive for positive feedback or it can be negative for negative feedback amplifier. So basically, why it is beta V0? Because VF equal to VF will be equal to of beta V0, because beta is the gain of the feedback path. So here the input voltage is V0. This voltage will appear over here because we have connected and nothing is in between these two terminals. So output voltage here is V0 and input voltage for this case and output voltage is VF. So VF output voltage by, oh sorry, input voltage, output voltage by input voltage. Output voltage by input voltage. For this block, the current is entering through this part and exiting through this path. So this is input, this is output. So if we want to calculate the gain of this block, it will be output by input. Output means VF by input means V0. So that's why VF is equal to beta V0, whatever I have written over here. Okay. So now we have understood up to this point. Now let's calculate the overall gain. Okay. Now let's calculate the overall gain or calculate this gain AV. So here, what will be the value of AV? The gain of this amplifier, it will be the output voltage. That means here the output voltage is V0, or we can write it as V0 dash. Okay. Here I have written V0, so it is V0 dash. So everywhere I need to rectify it. So the output voltage here is V0 dash and input voltage is V in plus minus beta V0 dash. So output voltage is V0 dash by input voltage. It is V in plus minus beta V0 dash. Okay. So now, if we take positive feedback, let's consider positive feedback. let's consider positive feedback. For positive feedback, what will be the gain? AV will be equal to of V0 dash by V in plus beta V0 dash. V0 dash plus beta V0 V in plus beta V0 dash. Why plus? Because it is positive feedback. And for negative feedback, AV will be equal to of V0 dash by V in minus beta V0 dash. Okay. So this will be the gain of that amplifier for positive feedback and for negative feedback. Now let's consider the positive feedback first. Let me write down it. Considering positive feedback. Considering positive feedback, that means this one. AV is equal to V0 dash by V in plus beta V0 dash. So that's what we can written as AV V in plus beta V0 dash equal to V0 dash from this line only. You can easily write down this. So let's move ahead. V0 dash minus AV beta V0 dash equal to AV V in. So we have taken the V in this side. Okay. Now we can take common V0 dash. Now it will be 1 minus AV beta equal to AV V in. Okay, it's very easy. Now our motto is to find out the gain, overall gain. So gain will be output voltage. V0 is the output voltage and V in is the input voltage. So if we take V in over here, then we will get AV divided by 1 minus AV beta. Okay. So we can see here that V0 dash and V in. If we see here, V0 dash is the output voltage and V in is the input voltage for whole circuit. It's not now, it's not for only this block or this block. This V in is for whole circuit and this V out is for whole circuit output. It is not that this block output or this block output. It is V0 dash is the output for whole circuit and V in is the input for whole circuit. So now we have find out the overall gain, overall output by overall input. So this thing we can write as, let me write down again, V0, what is that? V0 dash by overall V in equal to, it was AV, just 1 minute, AV 1 minus AV beta. 1 minus AV beta. So this is what we got. So this thing can be represented as AVF, the overall gain of the whole circuit is equal to AV by 1 minus beta AV. Okay. So this is the gain for positive feedback. Okay. Now here you can see that this is for positive feedback, it is negative, and for from this equation only you can easily determine for negative feedback also. For negative feedback, the overall gain will be AV1 plus beta AV. Okay. Now you can see here the overall gain is greater than AV. The overall gain is greater than AV. You can easily understand with this diagram. That means the overall gain is increasing in case of positive feedback. But here you can see that the overall gain from this equation, you can easily understand this. The overall gain is decreasing. Gain is decreasing. Okay. So that's how the negative feedback helps to stabilize the overall gain for a particular circuit. Here the advantage of negative feedback lies that it stabilizes the overall gain. Okay. So let's discuss few points about the advantage of negative feedback. Here we have calculated the gain for positive feedback and negative feedback, and we have already seen that gain is decreasing in case of negative feedback. Okay, gain is decreasing because it is added, so the value of AV will be less than AVF, so gain is decreasing. Now let's talk about the advantage of negative feedback. This question is also very important for your exam purpose. What will be the advantage of negative feedback? Advantage of negative feedback. So first advantage is gain stability. So the gain stability is the first advantage. Okay, and how we can say this? Again is calling. Okay, I'll wrap it up little bit faster. Okay, it is calling me again.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so gain stability. So how the gain? Let me write down here the voltage gain. Of negative feedback AF is equal to, we have already calculated it, A1 plus beta A. This is what we have calculated. Okay, AF is the gain with feedback and A is the gain of without feedback. Okay, so if A beta, that means this term is greater than 1. If this term is greater than 1, then what happened? AF will be equal to 1 by beta. That means the overall gain in case of negative feedback amplifier will be dependent only the feedback factor. The overall gain in case of negative feedback amplifier will dependent on only the feedback factor, that is beta. So that's how we have stabilized the gain. That means it doesn't depend on the value of the gain of that particular amplifier circuit. That means sorry, the gain of that amplifier circuit, it will not affect much in case of negative feedback. When A beta is greater than 1, the gain became very simple, and it's only dependent on the feedback factor, that is beta. This is advantage number 1. Advantage number 2, it can reduce the negative feedback, can reduce the nonlinear distortion. It can reduce, it is also important, please note it down. It reduces the nonlinear distortion. It reduces the nonlinear distortion. So we can say it reduces the noise. So we can say easily that it reduces the noise. Okay. Another thing is that it increases the input impedance. Increased input. It increases the input impedance, and it reduces the output impedance, which we required for a proper functionality of a circuit. Output impedance decreases. Very important, because this negative feedback amplifier helps us to increase the bandwidth. Increased bandwidth. That means for a particular circuit, say suppose the bandwidth, as you all know what is bandwidth. That means say suppose a particular circuit operating in this band only. This is basically frequency. This is frequency and this is gain, and this is a gain bandwidth, gain frequency versus gain curve. And for a particular amplified circuit, if we find that a particular circuit is operating well in this frequency range, so this is the frequency range where a particular circuit operates very well. Conductivity, it was just lost with the connections. Just hold on, the network is getting disturbed. So what I was telling that, say suppose if a particular circuit is operating well in a particular frequency range, And what we have found that if we apply the negative feedback for that negative feedback for that particular circuit, then its bandwidth, that means if initially it's operating well from 3 kilohertz to 7 kilohertz, now after applying the negative feedback, this same circuit will operate from the frequency range of 3 kilohertz to say suppose 15 kilohertz. So there will be increased in bandwidth. Okay, so this is another application or advantage for negative feedback amplifier. Okay, so this question that what are the advantage of negative feedback amplifier is very important, and these are the points you need to deliver to the examiner when this kind of question arises. Okay, and don't be very specific, be some descriptive, give some detail why this is advantageous or not. Okay, and the next point will be the topologies. Okay, Acha, up to this point, do you have any question?
No, sir.
My mobile is not connected due to network issue. What I can do? I have to go. It is connected. So I'll stop the recording now. It's almost 3.